Hey, people have been sharing this clip of Candace Owens being humiliated by a CNN correspondent, which is kind of hard to believe considering that it's a CNN correspondent. So I do want to check it out. Lots of people have shared it. I really haven't looked at it, but I really wonder what in the hell happened here. So let's have a look at this very quickly, David. Did you see this?
I did not.
Alhamdulillah. Let's see.
When you say you believe that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by someone close to him, what do you mean?
I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. Whether he was involved, I think the answer is yes. I think that's obvious.
And your basis for saying he didn't act alone is what?
I don't know, maybe the weird Fed messages that were concocted out of thin air that had no timestamp and were written like they were speaking in 1822, among other things. Their lack of an ability to answer any basic questions about what took place.
But do you have any proof that the messages were made up? Because that would be eeasily proven.
Yeah, but they didn't put timestamps on them, and Discord came out and said they didn't exist.
This was supposedly text messages, not...
Oh my God.
I don't know how you take her seriously after that, because this good Milk Bar actually showed this, but Milk Bar posted a video. It's Candace Owens saying, look, in his text messages, he uses the word vehicle. Who uses the word vehicle? No one uses the word vehicle. Definitely not young people. They don't use the word vehicle. Therefore, this is made by some old guy. What she said, like writing from 1822 or whatever, where you'd say vehicle and not car. And then to prove that Tyler Robinson would use the word car, she showed a little clip of him that was it was filmed after an accident, and he used the word car. She said, see, he uses the word car. This message is fake. And then Milk Bar continues the clip, and then he calls it a vehicle. He's in the exact same clip, that Candace was using as proof that this guy would not use the word vehicle, and therefore the text message where he uses the word vehicle must be fake. If you just continue watching the clip, he refers to his vehicle. And it's just like, what? Like, how do you take her seriously after that? It's like flat out deception.
Dude, you could just go through Milk Bar's entire channel and his feed and just watch every single video that he publishes. It is incredible, the kind of stuff that you can get out of that guy. He just puts everything together in in a beautiful way.
Yeah. So here's the idea, guys. These could be authentic messages from Tyler Robinson to his boyfriend, in which case the dude talks weird. And if you want to know if that's how he talks, you just have to find more examples of his text messages and see if he talks like that. If it's not how he talks, then you're thinking, okay, this is some sort of forgery. And then the question is, okay, is it him faking text messages because he wants to keep his boyfriend in the clear? Or is it something like the FBI faking some text messages and so on? I wouldn't rule out any of those possibilities. The FBI could if they wanted to. Here's the thing. The FBI has people who can sound exactly like any age you want, right? They have people who do stings to catch sex predators by pretending to be 12-year-old girls and stuff like that. And if you ever read their message, they sound exactly like 12-year-old girl, like their misspellings and their grammar and everything. They sound exactly like 12-year-old girl. You look at who's typing it, and it's 30-year-old woman, stuff like that. And so they have people that can sound authentic. So you have to say the FBI did it, but they did a real crap job because they made it weird enough that it tipped off Candace Owens. But anyway, so here's the thing. I can see any one of those scenarios. I can see this guy just communicating in a weird way. That makes sense. He seems like a weird guy. It could be him, and he's faking it, but he is, he's being too formal in his fakery. Or you could have the FBI, they faked it and they did a real crap job. And all the people who normally do their fake communications and so on, they were all on vacation. And so they got some crap dude who goes, oh, let me talk like I'm in 1822. Well, I mean, all those are possible, but Candace Owens will jump on the one that fits what she's trying to spin. And if you just keep doing that with every bit of evidence that comes in, it could be this, could be this, could be this. Let me go with the one that supports my theory and state this is a fact. I can't take you seriously when you always go with the insane conspiracy theory and then make all the evidence fit your theory.
Hang on, I want to have a look at this now that you mentioned it.
That probably means that you're not a good person or you're not a good company if the truth is a threat to you. There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating from a car accident that he had. And during the discussion with the officer that showed up, Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle, because that's how most Americans, how most English speakers
People don't use the word vehicle anymore.
Your mom's on her way?
Yeah, she's gonna be a minute. She's gotta shuttle over from where she's at to her car and then drive over.
Gotcha.
Car.
His mother was going to shuttle over from her car?
Car.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was looking up at the light just before getting there. I saw it shift yellow, and as I get into the intersection, he bolts. There was a vehicle in the lane.
How can we then?
So he says vehicle. Milk Bar had another Milk Bar had another clip that he compiled.
Oh my God.
From Candace Owens in her podcast, repeatedly using the word vehicle just as she's talking about cars.
This
Like over
is
time.
so
She's
insane.
like, because that's not how Americans talk. Vehicle. And then he shows her, yeah, and so the vehicle and then the vehicle and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's what I mean, guys. It's like, this is her investigation. It's, hey, let me include the little part that fits my theory and omit the part that completely refutes my theory. Knowing that millions of people will watch me. And when Milk Bar completely refutes it and says, hey, she left this part out, not nearly, it's only a fraction of people who are going to actually like see
Look at this.
what happened.
This comment here. 8 likes. So you believe he did it because he said the word vehicle, even though the whole narrative doesn't make sense? Put everything Kenneth is saying aside. Okay, 8 likes. So you believe he did it because he said the word vehicle. Do you see how stupid the
They're
logic
really,
is?
really stupid. And that's what
Guys,
happens
how
when
incredibly dumb the following of Candace Owens is.
Yep.
This is so incredibly stupid. It is Candace Owens who says that Tyler Robinson in a message refers to the car as a vehicle, and nobody says vehicle anymore. And I have a clip of Tyler Robinson here saying the word car. So he clearly uses the word car. Milk Bar comes in and shows actually in the same clip, Tyler Robinson also uses the
which
word
she omitted.
vehicle, which you didn't show.
Yeah.
And then this guy comes in, oh, so you believe it because he said vehicle? No.
Like, what an
it
idiot.
wasn't
It's
Milk Bar who
Candace
made the
Owens.
proposition here.
Yeah,
It was
Candace Owens made an argument. This is my proof. This is my evidence that this was fabricated. What's the evidence? He would never use the word vehicle. And to prove that, I'll show him using the word car. But then Milk Bar does what? Points out that in the exact same clip that she's playing, if she just kept playing it a few more seconds, he uses the word vehicle, so what's the point? It's Candace made a completely crap argument. And if you're saying, oh, a person wouldn't use the word vehicle, he did. So the entire argument is terrible. That's the response. Oh, so you're saying that if someone uses the word vehicle, then he killed somebody. Like, are you guys stupid, man?
Very, very, very strange.
Discord messages. It's my understanding from the indictment.
I actually did not read that they were text messages.
The indictment calls them text messages.
What would it be like the feds are like on a computer, like
Yeah.
typing it out back and
That's
forth?
exactly what it is. The feds made up the text messages.
But you don't have
Do you have any evidence for that? Zero.
Well, it's a vibe. And I had a dream.
anyone from like the FBI telling you that or law
I have
enforcement?
leaks.
Okay.
No.
Has any
In my brain. I have leaks in my brain.
I should believe that you have leaks, but do you have any evidence for? She says I have leaks. Does she have? This is what she always does. She also
My sources
said.
say.
She also said ages ago that there were people around Charlie Kirk who, to whom Charlie Kirk said that he was going to soon get killed and he's afraid for his life, and that this will come out soon and the evidence will soon be produced. It never happened. She never produced the evidence. Nobody ever shared any such thing. It never, ever happened. She keeps doing this whole thing. Oh, yeah, we have leaks. We have evidence. Yeah, we have leaks. I have leaks. I have leaks in my bathroom. Yeah, and there is a lot of evidence for that. Yeah, so you believe me.
Okay.
No.
Has anyone leaked to you?
And
that-
Tyler Robinson
But has anyone said to you, even off the record, like, yeah, we faked these?
I have very strong sources everywhere on both sides.
Well, I look forward to seeing evidence of
Yeah,
that.
sure. Because when we keep talking about evidence, it's like, who's going to present that evidence? Like the mainstream media? Like who are you?
Yes,
No,
that would be
Candace
a hot
Owens.
story.
No, it wouldn't be.
It would be.
It wouldn't be.
If the FBI, like if I had a source telling me, like if I had proof that the FBI faked those messages, that would be an enormous story.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we live in a post-Epstein world, and we know how stories get shut down. And
Oh, you hear that? They would Epstein. So she has the proof, ladies and gentlemen.
Appeal to Epstein.
Yeah, she actually has the proof through leaks and informants that the FBI. So keep in mind, it's not just her going, this doesn't sound like a 22-year-old to me, and therefore I'm going to say it's the FBI. It's not that. She actually has She actually has informants telling her, that's right, the FBI definitely faked this. It's a setup. The FBI wrote those messages. She has the proof, but she's saying if she shared that, they'd shut it down like they did Epstein. Therefore, there's no point in sharing it. But I mean, the interviewer was like, that would kind of be a big story, right? If you actually had proof that the FBI is faking this and fake those messages, you have it, you're just not sharing it. Don't you think that'd kind of be a big story and kind of more powerful than you just saying, well, he didn't use the word vehicle, so we all know that this is made up?
It's so funny how these people depict the mainstream media. Yes, we get it. Mainstream media is awful. We get it. It's unreliable. We get it. They don't talk about many of the things that you would like them to talk about. I have similar feelings. But this whole idea that everybody is in on this plot, right? And they're all hiding something very, very strictly, and nobody's letting it out. I mean, do you understand how many people work in the media? Do you understand the huge number of people that are involved in the mainstream media? Not just the people who are leading it and who own it, not just the people who are speaking on screen, but all those who present the information, who deliver the information, who print things out, who share it on social media, who post it on the website. There are so many people involved. Apparently, every single person here is in on a plot. They're all lying together. Some of these people just don't even really make huge amounts of money or great amounts of money. But apparently they all have like great interest, and they all lie together because there is this big government plot led by the Jews, and nobody can find out the truth about anything. This is apparently how it works. This is a world of insanity. It's very cool to believe that, right? It's very exciting to believe that. It's very exciting to believe that there is always a huge plot out there, that there's always this evil agenda, always this cabal of people hiding and going, we know everything, but we will not tell them.
Yep.
We will not tell anybody. It's of course very, very exciting, but it's nonsense. It's complete nonsense. A lot of these media people would sell their behinds to get an exciting story out. And that certainly would be an exciting story.
And by the way, I mean, she's like this on every topic. She goes with the conspiracy theory. And guys, so I'm kind of the guy who never goes with the conspiracy theory, even though I understand there are occasionally actual conspiracy. No, there are lots of actual conspiracies, but it's like the bigger the conspiracy, like the less likely I am to believe. Like, let's just give an example. She believes the moon landings were faked, right? Lots of people believe that. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's, ooh, this doesn't make sense. Ooh, the angle of the sun doesn't make sense here, or something like that in this picture. And therefore it's this big conspiracy and it's all made up and so on. The huge conspiracy always seems less probable to me than like the standard story on these big kinds of issues. Because think, if you're talking about like faking the moon landing, you're talking about thousands of people who would have been involved in this conspiracy, right? Thousands of people.
No,
all the people at NASA, everything building stuff, everyone's involved in this conspiracy, and all these people, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong and all these like legends down through the years. Thing. Any person involved in that plot, so you're talking thousands of people involved in this plot. Any person in that plot could have at any time become a multimillionaire just by putting out the book on how they faked it, right? Any person could have done that. And just like, okay, so you're telling me after decades, no one just decided, you know what, we faked that. I'm just going to go ahead and tell everyone that we faked all that. It was all just made up. And I'm going to put a book out and become a millionaire. And so if you were to ask Candace that, it's no, because that person would be killed. And so now you have like this, not only there's their conspiracy, there's like a team of assassins waiting to kill anyone who exposed the conspiracy. Except for all the people like Candace Owens who are constantly attacking the conspiracies. I mean, constantly saying there's a conspiracy and they have all this proof of it. Why aren't they all being killed, right? So if the conspiracy is so important that you would kill anyone who exposes it, why do you constantly let people like Candace expose it? It's the same thing with 9/11. You would have had tons of people involved in that. If that's a government plot, if it's an Israeli plot, whoever the plot is by, loading that much explosives and that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of work. And to make it look like it's the plane crashing into that's a lot of people involved in that conspiracy. And any one of them at any point, anyone in the government who's aware of that. I mean, just think about this. If you're the administration who carries out this plot, and then the next administration comes to power, and they could just point out, do you know what the previous administration did? Because you're going to find out about this, right? So the next administration comes along in, they could just easily say, hey, do you know what the previous administration did? In other words, when Obama comes back, do you know what George Bush did? Do you know? And boom, end of the Republican Party, guys. End of the Republican Party. But they don't. So anyway, it's just it's always weird. It's always weird to me. I grant the possibility of conspiracy. It's these things are possible. It's just the idea that all these people are involved in this and no one ever comes out because there's always this team of assassins hiding.
Look at this. Jonathan Blanco says, "Oh no, man, I'll come to listen to you guys for scripture, but you know nothing about these topics." I scroll a little bit up because I just saw the same guy here. He says Buzz said they didn't go to the moon. The same guy here who says Buzz Aldrin said he never went to the moon comes here and says, "Oh my God, you guys know nothing about these topics." Dude, that is a stupid conspiracy. I'm pretty sure that it's actually a deliberate hoax. It's not even an elaborate conspiracy theory. It is a hoax. It is based on a short clipped video. And if you actually believe that Buzz said we never went to the moon.
I saw him punch a guy in the face for saying we didn't go to the moon.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
I don't know what to tell you, man. But that is not even a serious claim. It's based on a hoax. God, people, man.
And the guy later apologized to him. So interesting stuff.
This is just incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
Candace fan detected.
But the people are retarded.
Incredible. And some were like, "Oh no, you're saying you believe the media." No. The media can control things, can control a narrative. For example, during COVID times, the media was very, very clearly adamant on pushing one narrative and drowning out the other. That's a completely different matter. They focus they focus with a bias on simply amplifying any pro-lockdown, pro-vaccine, pro-COVID measurements issue at that time. When there is conflicting information that conflicts with that agenda, they shut it down or they quiet it. That's completely different, okay? There I can say, yes, you're right. The media was highly manipulated. A lot of social media platforms admitted it as well. Didn't just, Mark Zuckerberg just admitted it as well. So a lot of the media and social media and others had an obvious and clear bias. That is a different thing. That is completely different from this theory here, where a huge assassination of Charlie Kirk happens. And Candace Owens actually wants you to believe that because the media lies, because the media prefers one narrative over the other, this also shows that they totally could know of but shut down a conspiracy that involved the federal government in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The two things are worlds apart. Being biased and therefore preferring one narrative over the other, and knowing that it wasn't actually Tyler Robinson who assassinated Charlie Kirk, but somebody else, and shutting that down are two completely different things. If you think they are in any way similar, you must have serious problems.
And I would just say it's the same reason. Like, what do you see from the media? As you pointing out, you see that they're biased, that they favor certain narratives over others, and the evidence very frequently doesn't back up what they're pushing and stuff like that. That's exactly what we see from Candace Owens. And so it's like, why should we not trust the mainstream media, but trust you? Like, why? I mean, we just saw you like give your proof that this is made up, and it's that this guy doesn't use the word vehicle. And in order to get that, you cut out the part where he used the word vehicle. It's like, why would we trust you? Anyway.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.